a cabin leader for 3 weeks and the female LDP coordinator for the other 5. It was really, really neat to be able to answer some deeper questions about God as I worked with some older kids who were struggling with more of the questions about what they believe and their worldviews. So many of the things that he's taught me in this last year are things that I was able to share with the kids that they needed to hear as well. One of my campers from last summer came back to camp. Last summer she had given her life to Christ and had been delivered from some very intense darkness, and so I got to spend time with her again and follow up with her and just to see how the Lord has kept her heart. She didn't give her life to Christ just to go back to her old ways last year, but she has continued to live for Jesus. She's 9 years old now and she has light in her eyes. It was just so cool to spend the time with her and see the growth, so I'm hoping to do more follow-ups with her this year.
I never really had my own faith. I would always come to camp, this exact camp, and all of a sudden I'd get lots of faith, so I'd rededicate my life again and then go back to normal. But yet God still worked through that again and again to keep me coming back so that I could come back for their leadership development program. And that's where God really got me rooted to who I was in Christ. My parents weren't Christian, but yet through that change and transformation, through God working through camp, through the different cabin leaders, and through me changing, she changed too. Like I don't think I'd be as strong of a believer without having the firm foundation that I found here throughout my years at camp.
So I grew up learning about Jesus in my home, like from my parents and stuff. They take me to church and Sunday school and stuff. And so I always knew about Jesus, and I accepted him into my heart when I was like 5 or 6, but I didn't really knew what it meant. So as I grew up, I learned more about him, and I attended church and was able to be influenced by the Christians there as well. My parents ended up getting divorced during COVID, so that made it more challenging. But I still had a Christian influence when I was with my mom, and we'd watch like church services online. And then also when I came to Manitoba to visit family, they'd have a great Christian influence on me, especially my grandpa. He always talked to me about God and how important it was to have him in my life. So I got baptized just about a week ago. And I came up in one of my cabin devos when we were talking. And so then I spoke with my head cabin leader, and she's like, well, you could get baptized here this summer. So I was like, oh, that's an awesome idea. So then I connected with the camp and with my family, and we decided to, because I really wanted to commit my life to Jesus so that I could live my life through him. You haven't accepted Christ, just to take this step and accept him into your life, because it's just so great, the things he can do through you and just how he can change your life for the better.